Warning, the following project is a work of fiction intended for mature audiences. Contains references, I don't know, man. Just read that, pause the video, and don't do that. Seriously. I think this is an 18 up kind of game. I don't think it's too bad, but definitely for mature audiences, at the very least. So, if you're not a mature audience, then leave. Sorry, excuse me, this... Excuse me? Oh. Wow. Okay. Thanks. I did not see that coming. Hello, YouTube. Alright, hello, YouTube. Alright, hello, everybody. It's me, Clock. And we're playing Moral Retrograde today. A visual novel. Yaoi visual novel. Submitted to the Yaoi Game Jam 2024. You might have noticed, or might have heard in another video, that I was recently asked by the developer of this game, the host, Whippop, to play some games from the, just check out a few games from the Yaoi. I'm not being paid or anything like that. They just were like telling me, hey, I bet you'll love to showcase some of these games on your channel, and that'd be really cool. And I was like, yeah, sure, that would be really cool. So I'm doing it. At least a few. I can't do all of them, but I'll do a few. And what better than their game, their own submission to the Game Jam. Moral Retrograde, a boys love visual novel about your ex-boyfriend getting amnesia. Okay, let's play. So we're gonna make this a yaoi. So, hey yo. But no, we'll go with the yaoi. We'll go with the yaoi he him. Are you happy with your character selection? Yeah, rocking that sick pink hair. I've always hated the rain. Drowns out the voices of those that call for help, leaves them alone in the cold. Alone. That's how I've ended up again. But for a brief period of time in my life, I had someone. Someone to love. Someone that loved me. And finally, I felt like I wasn't alone. But I took it all for granted. I got used to the comfort of his company, his smile, his voice, his loving gaze. I expected him to prioritize me, to always put me first, just like I did him. But I was wrong. I wasn't a priority. Was I ever a priority? I don't know. I just wanted him to look at me again. So I did something. Something stupid. Something to get his attention back. But it wasn't the right thing to do. Why did I do it? How could I have done something so stupid? When he left, his hate-filled eyes burned a hole so charred that it scorched a terrible scar in my memories. I'll never forget it. Alone. That's how I've ended up again. Personally, I love the rain, chat. I don't know why we're being so goddamn melodramatic. Okay, it's nice. Easy to fall asleep to. I blow my nose and wipe the tears from my eyes before picking up my phone. Hello? Evening, this is Allie from St. Daniel's Hospital. Am I speaking to Harper Vince? Yeah. You're listed as an emergency contact for Mr. Ian Ames. A lump begins to form in my throat. Ian only stormed off a few hours ago. How could something have already happened to him? Wait, we just broke up with him? A few hours ago? Oh, okay, never mind. We could be melodramatic, I guess. What happened? He was hit by a car. That's not my fault, Chad. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, I swear, okay? My heart drops. This can't be happening. Why is this happening? No. No! No! I can't lose him. Not like this. Not after he just broke up with me. You in St. Daniel's Hospital? You in St. I keep thinking it's the girl talking. You said St. Daniel's Hospital, right? That's right. He's currently here in the emergency ward. I'll be right there. He hated us so much, chat, he had to isekai. He called Truck Pun over. I end the call and rush towards the hospital on my motorbike, grabbing nothing but my jacket and helmet to shield me from the rain. Badass. What am I, an anime character? Every red light, every raindrop on my visor, every annoying driver changing into my lane and slowing down. I won't let the universe stop me. You're fired. I reached the hospital in record time and haphazardly parked beside the entrance. Bursting through the doors, I frantically looked for someone to help me. I spot a middle-aged woman staring listlessly at a computer screen behind the front desk. The soles of my drenched boots squeak as I bolt towards her. Ian Ames! She jumps in her seat when I slam both hands on the counter. Her eyebrows become knitted when I shout out my boyfriend's, well, ex-boyfriend's name. Where's Ian Ames? I need to know that he's okay. Excuse you, there's no need to be running around yelling. Please, it's an emergency. The receptionist clicks her tongue. Look at where you are. Everything's an emergency here. Other patients moan and groan as they're wheeled around the emergency ward. Sorry, just adding ambiance to the... I'll continue. A woman with an eye patch sits quietly in the corner. Next to her is a man with a bleeding arm. I grip my teeth. I don't have time to waste waiting for nobodies to be taken care of. But causing a scene now wouldn't help me get to Ian any faster. Taking a deep breath to calm myself, I sigh as the receptionist rubs the bridge of her nose. Okay, from the top, calmly this time. You said you're looking for Ian Ames, correct? And he's a patient here? Yes. She begins typing at what feels like a sloth's pace on her keyboard. And your connection to Mr. Ames? I hesitate. Boyfriend. I'm going to need some ID. She taps her long fingernails on the keyboard as she waits for me to take out my wallet. I like how I'm wearing the other outfit in this ID. Nice. Spicy. She picks it up and gives it a nice once-over, narrowing her eyes at the photo before peering back at me. Your name is Harper Vince? Australia! Nice. Yes. Can I see him now? The receptionist doesn't look too pleased at being rushed. Please. She lets out an unnecessarily loud sigh as she types something into the computer. He's in room 201. She places my ID back on the counter. I grab it before she can even lift up her fingers. I'm not doing... You can't make me do an Australian accent. I can't do one, dude. Thank you. Thank you. No. I'm not gonna do... No. I'll just do the Pookie voice. I turn to leave, but soon realize I don't know my way around the hospital. Room 201 is located on the second floor. Go up the elevator and it's 3 doors down to the right. I bolt towards the lifts, ignoring her faint, sarcastic voice as she fades from my range of hearing. You're welcome. Have Vin voice? Vin's asleep, bro. Feels like my heart could burst out of my chest at any moment now. Second floor is less hectic than downstairs. The room is eerily quiet, save for the rhythmic beeping coming from the monitor. I approach the familiar sleeping body lying on the bed. Seeing Ian's bandaged body underneath the hospital gown sends stings of guilt straight to my heart. It's all my fault he's like this now. If I could take back the last few hours, no, the last few weeks of our lives, then I would. This is a little loud, bro. This is a little loud in my ear. I didn't need moaning in my ear like that, okay? Memories of recent events replay in my head. The yelling. The crying. The hurtful words. I would take them all back. Why would he put on a blindfold like this? What the hell? Who does that? I take everything back. So please, God, I'd do anything. Please just let him wake up. I slowly make my way to the window and sit on one of the hard chairs. Staring back, I watch over Ian's unconscious body. I wish I could apologize, but I'll have to wait until tomorrow. Right now, in the silent darkness of the air-conditioned room, exhaustion creeps over me. My heavy eyes begin to close as one last thought passes my mind. Hopefully, Ian will forgive me. What did I do? What, did I cheat on him? Otherwise, I'm sure it'll be fine. Hydrate. Ow, my neck. My body feels stiff upon waking up. Yawning, I stretch both arms over my head before rubbing my neck where the muscles ache. I should have brought a pillow. My groggy eyes shift towards Ian. He's still asleep, just rising and falling with even breaths. How long has it been since I watched him like this? Quietly, peacefully. My growling stomach cuts through my train of thought. I should eat something. Stand up and get ready to leave for the cafeteria when some muffled moaning grabs my attention. He stirs, slowly opening his eyes. Ian? I quickly rush to his bedside. His sleepy gaze eventually settles on me, and for the first time since last night, I breathe a sigh of relief. Ian, thank God you're awake. I wait and let him come to, giving him space to wake up. Where am I? Where am I? I inch my hand closer to his, but am reluctant to hold it. You're in the hospital. Hospital? He groggily looks around his surroundings. Why am I in the hospital? Ian, you were in a car accident. I see chat likes this voice. I see chat enjoys this voice. Haruka, what's up, huh? Takes a moment for the words to sink in. What? An accident? But I was... I'll stop. I will stop with the Mickey Mouse voice, okay? One last one. What? An accident? But I was... Now I know why we broke up. Ian frantically tries to sit, but ends up clutching his chest in pain. He groans in agony, shutting his eyes tightly. Oh! Oh! Ian, you should lie back down. You've been injured. He doesn't heed my words. Like a sudden downpour, a cold sheen of sweat forms on Ian's face. Panic fills his eyes as his shaking fingers grasp at the bed sheets, knuckles turning white. What happened to me? He groans again while hunching forward, clutching his right arm with his left. I reach for his shoulder. Ian, look at me. Let me. But he shoves my hands away, heavy breaths breaking the once peaceful atmosphere of the room. This is more than just his injuries. The sweat, the heavy breathing, the look on his face. He's having a panic attack. It's been a long time since he had one. I should call for a nurse, but I refuse to leave him. Not again. Oh, that's not a good thing to do. I forcefully grab his shoulders, squeezing so hard I hear him wince at first, but I have to help him. He needs me. Let go of me. I'll stop. That's the last one. Let go of me. Let me. Look at me. His scared wide eyes finally meet mine. He's still heaving, lips trembling, but this time, he doesn't push me away. Focus on breathing, Ian. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat the words over and over again like a mantra. Inhale. Exhale. Ian finally listens to me, doing as he's told. It starts off rough. I could still hear his small grunts as he follows along. Good. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. You're doing good. As he continues to regulate his breathing, the shaking eventually ceases. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Good. It takes time, but minutes later his breathing is calmed again. Good job, Ian. Good job. I'm so proud of you. He doesn't respond to my words, but his steady breathing lets me know that he'll be fine now. Slowly let go of his shoulders. His pale fingers unfurl, relaxing as he places both hands on his lap. Do you think you'll be okay now? He nods vacantly. Yes, I'm sorry about that. It's okay, Ian. It wouldn't be the first time I witnessed him having a panic attack. However, it's almost been a year since the last one. It's been a while since your last panic attack. I'm just glad we got through it together this time. A while? This time? Yeah. Last time you had one, I couldn't be there for you. Last time? Confusion fills his eyes. He focuses on his hands, trying not to let the panic resurface. I'm sorry, but, who are you? My stomach drops. What? Am I hearing him right? Have we met before? There's a lump in my throat. Come on, Ian. This isn't the time for jokes. His eyes show no sign of jest or lying. You really don't remember me? Ian shakes his head, his lips pressed into a hard line. I slam my hands on either side of Ian and lean over the bed, cornering him so that his eyes are fixated on me. Only me. Ian, look at me. Don't be playing games now. It's me. Cowering against the hospital bed like a frightened little mouse, Ian's shaky eyes scan me up and down, but no sign of recognition is given. Sorry, I really don't know who you are. What is the meaning of this? How has he forgotten me? I'm like the angriest pink-haired dude you'll ever meet, okay, chat? I'm on a lot of testosterone right now. I reluctantly return to my seat, squeezing my right hand with my left, coping mechanism I acquired at a young age. They're like Pokemon, these coping mechanisms. Catch them all. You're serious. He nods. I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't have scared you like that. Gab! Hey, Gab! Howdy, Gab. Don't worry about it. We were giving this guy a Mickey Mouse voice earlier. My knuckles crack when I squeeze tighter than I realized. This happens often. What do you remember? The last thing I remember is... Lifts his hand to his temple, rubbing just above the spot where a bandage is plastered on his face. Oh, right. University. I was getting ready for the first day of university. I just finished packing my bag and then... He holds his head in both hands, straining to recall more. Seems that everything that transpired after that moment has been lost from his memory. Then what happened? He groans. The frustration of not remembering is evident on his face. That's the last thing I can remember. How long has it been since we first met? Back in that very first week of university together? 3 years? 4? All those years, all those memories, gone. Every smile, every date, every kiss, gone. Gone. Gone! Gone! All the laughs, all the arguments, all the fights, the screaming, the yelling, the cheating. Hey, yo, I'm a No! Not me! It shouldn't have been me! Gone. You really don't remember me, Ian? He shakes his head, again. His beautiful ruby eyes staring brightly at me, just like they did the first time we met all those years ago. I fucking knew I was a goddamn cheat. No! There's no coming back from that. Before the neglect, before the arguments, before the cheating, before you broke up with me. Who are you? I'm your boyfriend, lie? I'm your ex. Oh my lord, dude. Oh, brother, this guy stinks! I'm not gonna lie to him, chats. I'm gonna tell him the truth. I'm your ex. My name's Harper, and I'm your ex. The road that led us down this path, Ian dumping me and rushing out late last night, it all started because I lied to him. Won't make that same mistake twice. I cannot believe the degenerate chat is actually asking me to do the right thing for once. My ex? Ian slowly blinks, giving himself time to process what I just said. Yeah, you. We broke up recently. Raising an eyebrow, his thin lips drop into a cautionary frown. Becomes evident that he doesn't believe me. Who can blame him when you wake up in hospital to a stranger claiming to be an ex-lover? Daniel, no! You're lying. I've heard those words before, but it hurts even more now that I'm actually telling the truth. I've never had a boyfriend before. I'm not gay. Ian, you said the last thing you remember is getting ready to go to university for the first time, right? He nods. That was nearly 4 years ago. You already graduated last year. Fear fills his face again. What? He tightly shuts his eyes and grits his teeth. Jump to his side and take his hands before he can have another attack. His palms are cold and clammy. Knees weak, arms... Surprisingly, he doesn't fight me this time. Breathe. Take your time, Ian. I know this is a lot to take in. He does as he's told. Gaze focused on our hands as his chest expands and deflates with every deep breath. Why don't I remember? Maybe depraved, but cheating crosses the line? My daughter line would never cheat, and I'm appalled that you would say that they would. His desperate eyes look to me for answers. I'm only speculating here, but you might have amnesia from the accident. His grip tightens. Why is this happening? You shouldn't be driving. It's my fault. Oh no, dude. That's such a shit thing to say. You should have never gotten in a car. Water. Water time, chat. Drink up. Drink some water right now for me. Hydrate check. Daniel, blame. I'm gonna be nice this route, and we'll be mean the next route, okay? When we load up again. It's my fault. I'm sorry, Ian. It's all my fault. Ruby red eyes widen. Ian's hands quickly slip away from mine as he recoils in fear. What do you mean? Sitting back and giving Ian space, I fiddle with my hands in my lap. I take a deep breath as I carefully consider my next words. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have left our unit last night and driven out in the rain. You wouldn't have gotten hurt. And you wouldn't have forgotten all the years we spent together. I don't understand. What did you do? I turn away, eyes downcast, squeezing my right hand with my left. My conscience feels like heavy chains coiled around my body, restricting me, punishing me. I made a mistake. I did something terrible, and I regret how dumb and stupid I was. Young, dumb, and full of Ian doesn't say anything. I'm sorry. If only I'd been able to say those words last night. There's a heavy silence that suffocates the room. The bedsheets rustle as Ian grips them again, before relaxing his fingers and preparing his next words. What did you do? I don't want to tell him the whole truth. At least, not yet. I'm sorry. You keep apologizing. Because it's all I can do right now. I don't want to keep regretting my mistake and letting it fester within me. Another brief moment of silence follows. So you'll apologize because you regret what you did, but you won't tell me what you're apologizing for? Aren't you just apologizing for your own selfish satisfaction? No, Ian. I catch my tongue. He's doing it again. Takes everything I do and criticizes it. calls me selfish, makes me out to be the bad guy because I'm some kind of manipulative man whore. If he wasn't like this to begin with, then I wouldn't have... No. Stop it, Harper. Stop blaming Ian for your actions. I take a painfully slow, deep breath and exhale. I don't want to fight with him anymore. Not if it's going to lead to him getting hurt like this. I am sorry. I don't know what else to say. Tell him what you did! Ian's sharp eyes slowly soften, eventually accepting the situation. Fine. I'm not sure what happened, but at least you're willing to admit that you did something. That's a start. For him, it's a start, but for me, we're already past the end. We sit in awkward silence, the air between us heavy. When did it become so hard to talk to him? He stares at me blankly, already forgetting my name. Harper. Yes, Harper. I'm still having a hard time believing all of this. It's a lot to take in. Can I ask you some questions? Sure. Hopefully, I can alleviate some of his concerns. How did we meet? Think back to almost 4 years ago, a week after uni started. Ah, my eye! I was looking for a housemate to split the cost of rent. You were the first to reply. Wow, we really just hit on our housemate. What game did we recently play then? Yes, he did. Knock, knock. Hello? I'm Ian. We spoke on the phone? Harper, come on in. Holy shit, I'm the femboy, chat. No, I'm not. Race to meet you? You were so nervous. I couldn't understand why, until you explained it would be your first time moving out of home. How do we decide who does which chores? We can take turns, or split them evenly. I'm fine with whatever. Oh, right, that makes sense. And, who pays for food and toiletries? Buy your own food. We can split the cost of toilet paper and whatever. Okay, when is mealtime? Mealtime? Yes. Won't we be eating together? Aw, that's so cute. Looks at my roommate, Beanslug. Kill yourself! Why would we? I normally eat by myself. Oh, I see. That's so... Eat with him! You look so disappointed, like a sad puppy that just got kicked to the ground. I think you probably had this idea that living away from home with a roommate was gonna be all fun and games. But at the time, I was just looking for someone to split rent. The first few nights we cooked and ate our own meals, keeping to ourselves. Okay, he's not my roommate, he's my housemate. I just called him and they were roommates. Yeah, he's my bro. Sometimes I like to cuddle with him. Sometimes like I'll see him hanging out and I'll just be like, hey, can I just slip in there? Thanks. You know, usual housemate stuff. You know. But that Friday I had an assignment to submit and skipped lunch. When I finally submitted it, I was too tired to cook dinner. I could smell the food you were cooking, and almost like a moth drawn to a flame, my body wandered on its own into the kitchen. You took one look at me, mentally exhausted and starving, and offered to share your dinner. Even after so many years, I still remember that first meal. One pot pasta with tomato, bacon, and basil. Ooh, that's not bad though. You claimed it was nothing fancy, just something your grandma taught you, but God, it was delicious. After that, we ate dinner together once a week. Once a week turned into twice a week, then 4 times a week. Then we started eating breakfast together too. Eating together eventually turned into shopping together. We started commuting to and from university together, even though our classes didn't always line up. We started spending all our time together, and when you weren't around, I was incredibly lonely. When I asked you if we should start dating, you were shocked. You had such low self-esteem that you tried to convince me not to date you. You even cried when I told you I wanted you to be my boyfriend. Look at us now. Now I'm the one in tears. Feels like a lifetime ago. God, how long have I been talking for? Are you okay? Yeah, just remembering how things used to be with you. I inhale a slow breath, gathering enough courage to push the next few words out of my chest. with the Ian that I used to know. That I used to know. Ian sits quietly, letting my words sink in. Let that sink in. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I've seen enough amnesia movies to know there's a very high chance he won't regain his memories. Wait, no. Every amnesia movie, they gain their memories back. What are you talking about? Every amnesia movie they remember at the end. If that's the case, then the man that I lived with, fell in love with, and hurt, he no longer exists. And the person sitting in front of me right now is not my Ian. I'd like to hear more about the Ian that you used to know. For you to cry, you must have really loved me. Him. You must have really cared about him. Cared? Loved? No, that's not right. I still love Ian. Sure. I'll happily tell you about the Ian from the past 4 years. His thin lips curl into a soft smile. This concludes the end of the current demo. We plan to release an extended demo later this year. Any feedback, critiques, or bug reports would be greatly appreciated. If you're interested in following Moral Retrograde's development, consider following Whitpop on itch.io, Twitter, and Discord. You can also support us by checking out our Patreon and Ko-fi pages. To be continued. Will he remember? Ah, I didn't click on anything, but it just left. We'll load up and we'll play that other, we'll choose the other option. That was it. That was kind of quick. Well, it is just a demo. I did mention that, right? I did say it was a demo, right? Maybe I didn't mention it was a demo. No, I think I said it was a demo at some point. Let's lie. I'm your boyfriend. Yeah. It hurts. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do this, chat, or you're a piece of poo-poo. My name's Harper, and I'm your boyfriend. God has given me a second chance with Ian, then I will not squander this opportunity. My boyfriend? I'm gay? Wait a second! Oh yeah, I forgot. He was still in the closet when I met. Ian blinks slowly, trying to process my words. We're dating? I smile sweetly, not even trying to hide how hopeful I am that he might believe me. Yes. But the way he raises his eyebrow suggests disbelief. You're lying. I've heard him say those words a lot the past few weeks. I've never dated anyone before. But it's the truth, and I can prove it. Mention his family, mention his dreams and aspirations. I feel like his family's a pretty good one, right? Like, only a stalker would know your family. You have a younger sister named Madalena, who you adore and get along with. Unlike your parents, who you always felt you were a disappointment to no matter what you did. That's not entirely true. His favorite food is mention his foods. Your favorite food is fruit, melons in particular. Hey, my man, based. Nice. Melons in particular. That doesn't prove that we're dating, though. I guess not. Chat, gay or not, everybody likes a nice pair of melons. Mention his dreams and aspirations. Your dream is to become a scientist and work for the Cancer Research Center. You were basically raised by your grandparents. You loved them, and they loved you. You're especially close to your grandma. But when you were in high school, your grandma was unfortunately diagnosed with cancer. Passed away soon after. Hi, ED. You wanted to save her, to save people like her. So against your parents' wishes, you applied for a degree in science and aimed to find a cure for cancer. How do you know all that? Because you told me. You tell me everything, Ian. We're dating. I reach for his hand, grasping it slightly. He stares at the sudden contact, but doesn't withdraw. It feels so good to hold hands like this again. We're really dating? The disbelief he once harbored is now replaced with pure curiosity. Uh-huh. We've been dating for around 3.5 years. 3.5 years? How is that possible? You said the last thing you remember is getting ready to go to uni for the first time, right? He nods. That was nearly 4 years ago. You already graduated last year. Fear momentarily fills his face again. When I feel his grip tighten, I reciprocate the gesture, reassuring him that even though his memories are gone, I'm still present. I won't let him go again. Never again. Ian, it's okay. Just look at me. Everything is going to be okay. He takes slow and deep breaths, focusing on our hands as he does so. 4 years? Why can't I remember anything? I'm only speculating here, but you might have amnesia from the accident. His grip tightens. The accident? What happened? Can't tell him that he drove off in the rain after breaking up with me. No. I have to think of something else. Something plausible. Something that he'll believe. The accident. What happened? You're a terrible driver. Put the blame on him, Chet! It was dark and stormy last night, and you've always been such a terrible fucking driver. What? When we first met, you didn't have your license yet. I was the one who taught you how to drive. No, you just put the blame on yourself! And to be frank, you were a difficult student. Ian opens his mouth to defend himself, but after realizing that he can't be sure whether or not I'm telling the truth, which I actually am in this case, he decides to keep his mouth shut. Wait, he really was a bad driver? You lack confidence in your driving, just like many other areas of your life. Ian's hand grows cold before he slips it out of my grasp. Fuck. I need to fix this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'll never let you drive again, though. I was just so angry when I got the phone call. Do you have any idea how I felt after hearing that you were in a car accident? That you could have been hurt? I wanted to cry. Maybe if I had done a better job teaching you how to drive, we wouldn't be here right now. Silence cloaks the room. Fiddling with the string of his hospital gown, Ian keeps his eyes down as he thinks to himself. It's not your fault. His voice is so meek I could barely hear him. You weren't to know that I would be in an accident. My shoulders relax with a sigh of relief. I'm glad to see that Ian will still forgive me as long as I apologize. He's always been the compassionate type. I love that about him. Reach for his hand again slowly, carefully. His skin feels cold and lifeless, the only sign of vivacity being the slight twitch of his fingers when they come in contact with mine. Thank you, Ian. I'm so glad you understand. I'm still struggling to believe that we're dating, though. Why is it so hard to believe? He's gonna hit me with it. I'm not gay. A pause followed. Ian pressed his lips, dampening the parched skin. For as long as I can remember, I've been a disappointment. To my parents, my so-called friends, people I've had crushes on in the past, I've never been good enough for them. Never smart enough, never fast enough, never charming enough. I've already resigned myself to not being enough for anyone. Wait, I know this speech. I've heard it a million times before. What he says next is, I just can't be the perfect. You don't need to be perfect, Ian. That's the Sigma stare right there. I've done this so many times. I already know what to say. I know you think you have to be perfect to deserve any sort of love in return, but that's not true. I don't give a damn about your family's legacy, or how much money you make. I'll love you for you. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for, and your eyes are like two beautiful shimmering gems. How do I know you were bullied because of your eyes? Because I'm your boyfriend. You have your flaws that make you unlovable. You think you have flaws that make you unlovable. Well, guess what, Ian? I still love you. Flaws and all. Let me love you. Stop, Haruko. Stop trying to tell him I cheated on him. God, Haruko, can't you let me have anything nice in my life? By lying and cheating? His ruby red eyes glimmer with hope at my well-rehearsed words. They're more enamored than the last time. I see. Thank you, Harper. The corner of his lips curl into a shy smile as he starts to fall back in love with me again. Nice, we're in. And this is the end of the demo. Nice. To be continued. Will he remember? Probably, right? Probably. I mean, what else would you do if you didn't remember? Okay, that is the Moral Retrograde demo. I liked it. Actually, it was pretty decent. Interesting. Definitely an interesting plot. Obviously, you see those kind of like amnesia storylines and like TV and drama all the time. You know, I've never seen one of those in a video game like this, so that's interesting. That's new. The main protagonist is, I believe, gender fluid, but obviously you get to pick your pronouns. And I obviously chose he, him, you know, because, you know, I'm a dude, and this is I'm making it a boys' love. Okay, it's in the Yaoi Jam, and I'm playing it for Yaoi Jam, so I had to make it Yaoi, okay? But it's good. I like it. It's interesting so far. And I do like that the, choosing not to be a complete asshole does actually continue the game. It doesn't just end right then and there. You know, you can see that there's gonna be a whole route dedicated to not being an asshole, and a whole route dedicated to being manipulative and kind of a dick. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Whip Pop, if you're watching this, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You too, YouTube. Thanks for everyone who watched the video. Secondly, thank you so much for inviting me to play some visual novels from the Yaoi Game Jam. I did get one video completely taken down by YouTube. A little too smexy for YouTube. My bad. I thought it was pretty funny. My first warning ever on YouTube. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. To be fair, I should have probably known what video. You don't need to know. It was only up for a couple of hours, honestly. Actually, no, I think it was up for like 24 hours. And then YouTube struck it down with lightning. But honestly, I've been having fun checking out these Yaoi Jam novels, visual novels. It's been fun. I don't know if I'll play any more of these, just because nothing else really caught my eye, but maybe I will. I'll keep looking, I guess. And I hope you guys had a great Yaoi Game Jam. If this is my last video on the Yaoi Game Jam, I played a few other ones, but yeah, I should try to play another one. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for making this game. This is great. I really enjoyed it. Can't wait for the extended demo. And hopefully once the extended demo comes out, you'll still work on a full game. And as for YouTube, thanks for watching. If you're new here, you know, my name's Clock. Please subscribe. Please, please. I want to hit 15K. If I hit 15K, I'm going to do a 12-hour live stream. And I really want to do a 12-hour live stream. And I don't want to have to do one like a loser for no reason. I want to have some reason to celebrate. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Peace.